Welcome back to Auto Car Service, your destination for the latest car reviews, breakdowns, and honest opinions about the newest rides hitting the streets. If you love tech, design, and performance packed into everyday cars, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about compact crossovers of the year, the 2025 Nissan Juke. It's back, it's bolder, and this time, it's looking to prove that quirky design and real performance can actually live together in one small SUV. Now, the Nissan Juke has always had this reputation for being a beat a broken bar different. When it first came out over a decade ago, it turned heads for better or worse with its weird frog-eyed headlights and exaggerated styling. Some people loved it, some people hated it, but one thing's for sure. You couldn't ignore it. Fast forward to 2025, and Nissan seems to have learned a lot from that. The new Juke keeps its identity, that small, playful crossover look, but it feels way more refined and grown up this time around. The first thing you notice when you see the 2025 Juke in person is the design language. It's sharp, modern, and surprisingly premium for this segment. The front fascia has been completely reworked. Those old bug-eye headlights are gone, replaced by sleek LED matrix lights that blend cleanly into a V-motion grille that's slimmer and wider. It gives the Juke a stronger, more confident stance, almost like it's saying, "Yeah, I'm compact, but I mean business." The hood lines are sculpted, the wheel arches are chunkier, and the back is where the Juke really stands out. You get this coupe-inspired sloping roofline that ends in a small integrated spoiler, with a new set of 3D LED taillights that look like something out of a concept car. It's edgy but balanced, depending on the trim level. You can go from 17-inch to 19-inch alloy wheels, and Nissan's color options this year are genuinely fun. You've got the usual silvers and blacks, but also some loud two-tone finishes like atomic yellow with a black roof or a deep electric blue that just pops. It's clear Nissan wanted to keep that youthful, bold Juke vibe alive but in a more sophisticated package. Under the hood, the 2025 Juke gets a serious refresh. You'll still find the 1.0-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine as the base, pushing around 117 horsepower. But the new hybrid variant is where things get interesting. That one pairs a 1.6-liter petrol engine with an electric motor setup, producing a combined 143 horsepower. It's not a performance monster, but for city driving and light cruising, it feels responsive, quiet, and way smoother than before. The hybrid system is tuned smartly. It starts in EV mode, slips seamlessly into hybrid drive when needed, and even regenerates energy pretty effectively under braking. The transition between electric and petrol is barely noticeable, which wasn't always the case in Nissan's older systems. You can choose between the 6-speed manual or the new 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Honestly, the DCT is a big improvement. It's quicker, more refined, and feels more in sync with the hybrid setup. Gear changes are smooth, and there's no lag when you're pulling away from traffic lights. On the road, the Juke feels tighter than before. The steering's more precise, body roll is under control, and it's surprisingly agile through corners. The suspension is tuned for comfort, but it doesn't float or feel too soft. It's right in that sweet spot where everyday driving feels effortless but still connected. Fuel economy has improved, too. The hybrid can push close to 55 miles per gallon on mixed driving, which is impressive for something that still feels fun to drive. Noise insulation is better, especially at higher speeds. You can tell Nissan paid attention to small details like wind noise around the mirrors and vibration through the pedals. The cabin feels calmer, more mature. Speaking of the cabin, this is where Nissan made the biggest leap. The interior of the 2025 Juke looks and feels completely new. It's not just about adding more tech, but about how it's integrated. The layout is cleaner, the materials are more premium, and there's a real sense of quality here that wasn't present in earlier models. The dashboard design is horizontal and minimalist, with soft touch panels and subtle ambient lighting that runs along the doors and center console. At the center of it all is a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, Nissan's latest version, paired with a 10.25-inch digital driver display. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless charging, and even voice commands that are actually useful. The interface is smooth, responsive, and easy to navigate, not buried in menus like some other brands. The climate controls are still physical buttons, which is such a relief. You can adjust the temperature without digging through screens, and that's something I wish more automakers would remember. There's also a lot of thought put into the seating and space. The front seats feature Nissan's zero-gravity design, which is super comfortable, even for longer trips. They've got great support and a subtle sporty feel. The back seats, while not huge, are a little roomier than before thanks to a longer wheelbase, and the panoramic roof makes the cabin feel airier. Boot space is around 422 liters, which is more than decent for this size of car and better than what you'll find in something like a Toyota Yaris Cross. Technology is a big part of the Juke's 2025 update. It's loaded with Nissan's ProPilot Assist 2.0 system, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, blind spot intervention, and even semi-autonomous driving features for highway cruising. The sensors and cameras are all upgraded for better precision, and it can now handle stop-and-go traffic more smoothly than ever. You also get a 360-degree camera view with 3D visualization, which makes parking in tight city spaces a breeze. The head-up display is crisp and bright, projecting key info like speed, navigation, and driver alerts right onto the windshield. One of my favorite small details is the new ambient sound system. Nissan worked with Bose again for a 10-speaker setup, but this time the headrest speakers are more refined. The surround sound experience is genuinely immersive. Whether you're playing your favorite tracks or listening to podcasts, it sounds deep and rich without distortion. Now, let's talk pricing. The 2025 Nissan Juke starts at around $26,000 for the base model and goes up to about $33,000 for the top-spec hybrid Techno Plus trim. Considering what you get, design, comfort, tech, and efficiency, it's competitively priced in the compact crossover segment. It's going head-to-head with models like the Hyundai Kona, Ford Puma, and Toyota Yaris Cross. But where the Juke stands out is its personality. It's not trying to look like every other crossover. It has its own style and flair. For those wondering about performance, the Juke isn't trying to be a sports car, but it's fun. The throttle response is instant in sport mode, and the steering weight increases just enough to give you confidence. You won't win drag races, but for real-world driving, city commutes, quick highway merges, and those weekend getaways, it's perfectly tuned. It's light, quick on its feet, and feels a lot more planted than its size would suggest. One of the cool new features this year is the connected car system. You can use Nissan's app to check battery levels, lock or unlock doors, precondition the cabin temperature, and even track the car's location in real time. That's super handy, especially for those who park in busy city lots or share the car with family members. Overall, the 2025 Nissan Juke feels like it's grown up without losing its edge. It's more stylish, smarter, and more efficient, but still keeps that original Juke DNA, that willingness to be different. It's not just about looks anymore, it's about balance. Nissan's figured out how to make it fun and practical at the same time. And that's what makes this version feel special. So, who's this car really for? Honestly, it's for anyone who wants something compact, tech-forward, and full of character. If you're bored with generic crossovers and want something that actually makes you smile every time you get in, the Juke delivers that experience. It's not the biggest, it's not the fastest, but it's one of the most personality-filled cars you can buy right now in its class. In 2025, we're seeing a lot of cars trying to merge design and technology, but not all of them get it right. The Juke, however, manages to blend its bold looks with real usability. You can see the influence of Nissan's EV lineup here: clean energy, smart tech, and efficiency, while still keeping the combustion engine spirit alive for people who aren't ready to go full electric yet. It's a perfect transition car for modern drivers. If this is the direction Nissan is heading in, I'm excited. The next generation of their compact cars could genuinely redefine what fun-to-drive small crossovers look like. And if they bring the same design confidence and hybrid technology to models like the Qashqai or Micra, the brand's lineup could become one of the strongest in the segment. So that's the 2025 Nissan Juke, a small SUV that proves you can evolve without losing your personality, a better drive, a smarter interior, and a look that's uniquely its own. It's not perfect, but it's definitely memorable. And in a market full of cars that all seem to blend, that's something worth celebrating. Thanks for tuning into Auto Car Service. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, drop your thoughts about the new Juke in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming reviews. We've got some exciting stuff coming, including deeper looks into upcoming EV crossovers and first drive impressions of some pretty wild concepts. As always, drive safe, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.